So for those of you who haven't heard of CASA, we are Center for Advanced Studies in the Arts. It's a program that runs off-site from Berkley High School. It's just down the street in Oak Park. It's in an old elementary building. It's a nice, cozy environment. Let's see. Okay. I have one student with me tonight. I was going to have two kids help me present because I think it's always nice to have a student voice. And so when we're done showing a very short video, Jolie Stokey is going to help me explain a little bit about what CASA is. Okay. We are a consortium school, so if your student comes to CASA in the afternoon, they will be in with students from 7 different sending districts, which is something that the students really like because they get to meet new kids and talk to different people from around the county. Our mission statement is up there. It's a place where kids who are really academically and artistically motivated can come and be with other like-minded kids. Okay, and we're gonna run this quick video.
The Center for Advanced Studies and the Arts, CASA, was founded in 1983 by the Berkley, Ferndale, and Oak Park school districts. The concept was born out of the desire to provide advanced courses to exceptional students that were not offered at their home schools. That first year, there were only 4 courses offered and just 35 students. The original mission of CASA is still as true today as it was back in 1983, to provide an enriched learning environment for academically and artistically talented students through collaboration.
Well, the environment at CASA is sometimes, I think it's a little bit deceptive. You walk in and you see things seeming more relaxed, but in most ways, most important ways, it's more intense.
Teaching at CASA has been the most invigorating experience I've ever had.
If you look at our track record, we produce out of this program the best students from all 6 school districts.
The types of students that you would expect to see at CASA are generally students that have a high interest in the classes that they're taking, so whether it's an accelerated science class or maybe a fine and performing arts class, there's students that have a passion in those types of classes, which is why they choose to go to CASA.
Today, CASA consists of 6 sending districts: Berkley, Clawson, Ferndale, Lamphere, Madison, and Oak Park, with annual enrollments of 300 to 350 students. Students, mostly juniors and seniors, attend their home high school in the morning and CASA in the afternoon. The courses at CASA are designed to supplement the sending district's curriculum, allowing students the opportunity to engage in courses they do not have at their high school. CASA offers a variety of advanced placement courses which enable students to earn college credit upon successful completion of the College Board examinations. Advanced placement courses offered at CASA include English, math, science, and social studies. Many students who take AP courses at their home high school and at CASA are able to enter college as sophomores. Besides AP and advanced courses, CASA offers a specialized foreign language curriculum. Past courses have included Japanese, Russian, and Chinese. In the fine arts category, CASA excels. Students have the opportunity to find their full potential, whether it's in dance, advanced acting and script writing, sculpture, or advanced placement studio art. CASA dance classes perform at schools throughout the year and at the CASA Showcase in the spring. Art students have the ability to explore various mediums, such as clay, porcelain, oils, and charcoal. Students who attend CASA say the same thing year after year: the teachers care. Our teachers care about the students and want them to succeed.
I can come here and take a class that I really do like and I'm really interested in, and that's what makes it different than maybe high school, is you get to choose what you like and you get to do what you like.
Like, you're not just trained by bells to go class to class.
That it's a lot of fun, more so than you'd think. Coming to CASA is an interesting experience. It's a nice change from your home school, and you get to meet new people and experience different teaching styles.
You're going to meet a lot of new people that you have to get acquainted with, just like in college. it really changed my high school experience.
Meeting kids from other schools is definitely really fun.
Teachers usually come from the CASA sending districts and are willing to spend extra time with the students to make sure they reach their full potential. Many of the teachers design the courses they teach. Some advanced placement teachers are also consultants and AP readers for the College Board. Others are instructors in colleges, work as courtroom artists, and present at national conferences within their area of expertise. Another reason students attend CASA is because students are able to meet so many different people. The rich diversity that exists at CASA enables students to exchange ideas and gain new insights with students from other districts. Is CASA for you? Talk to your counselor. They can help you obtain your goals. If you are intending to go to college, CASA can prepare you for your academic future. Your counselor can help you pick the correct AP classes and suggest others that will help when you apply for college. CASA is centrally located in Oak Park. Whether you take the highway or secondary routes, CASA is close to your home school. Are you a serious art student wanting to expand your talents? Are you looking for a place that prepares students for college and careers beyond high school? Do you want to excel? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then CASA is for you. Tell your counselor that you would like to visit CASA. Come see for yourself what CASA can do for you.
Our English classes are really interesting. We have AP English Language and AP English Literature. We also have a class on the 1960s that includes literature and music and song lyrics and politics of the 60s. So that's really neat. One of the things that we're trying to do at CASA is to provide additional support for the college search and also for writing college essays. So one class that we're offering starting next year is writing your college essay and getting your college application together. So kids who might need a little extra support and focus in that area can come take it as a class at CASA. We have a very robust fine arts program. Our studio art and drawing classes are really amazing. The kids produce very cool work, and we're looking for ways that we can partner with the College for Creative Studies going forward, and we're also looking into some partnerships with the DIA. Class that we're going to offer next year is going to be graphic storytelling. And you have to get in there by showing your portfolio to the teacher and having a little interview with Mr. Lemoneau, and it will be taught as a class within a class. So that's very exciting. One of the things that we have some freedom because our schedule is a little bit looser, our kids got to do a raku firing, which is creating an outdoor kiln, which is a little bit scary because the kiln gets up to like, I don't know, 1,500 degrees or something. And you'll notice that it's the teachers who have the gloves on, not the kids. They stand back. But it's really neat. It's a Japanese technique. Our teachers work really hard to bring different styles of art to the kids. We have a very robust dance program. Some of our students who come for the arts can take dance and art for both hours. So they can take sculpture or fine art or dance for 2 hours, or they can take it for 1 hour and take another class during the other hour. We've had master classes come, we've had guest teachers come. The kids performed with Henry Ford Community College, and every year they do a tour of the local elementary schools and primary schools, and we're trying to increase their performance opportunities in and around the county. And you can see it's a co-ed class, and we're always looking for more male dancers, so if you have any sons who are inclined to dance, send them our way. One of the things that I love about CASA is that our students are really free to be who they are. This is not Halloween. This was just Jody felt like wearing her costume to school, and so she did. And so I asked if I could take her picture, and she was our Twitter picture of the day. And that's what students say about CASA, is they're totally comfortable to come to school in things they've created. She made this costume, she and a friend collaborated, And as you can see, it's a little bit elaborate. We also have a really great world language program. Our Japanese class is going to go on a trip to Japan in 2017. They're saving up money starting right now. And there is a slight possibility, we're working on it, that we might also be offering Chinese for 16-17. And if that's the case, we will update the course catalog online. And that's a picture of our Japanese class. Jolie, interrupt me if you want to say anything. AP Spanish. And then you can see we have a nice list of math and science classes at CASA. This year we had a really cool lunar eclipse. A couple of our teachers also teach at local universities in the morning before they come to work. And so our teacher, Ms. Jasnowicz, she teaches at Rochester College in the morning, and she took a field trip of our CASA kids up to the observatory at Rochester College, and they got to see the lunar eclipse at that observatory. AP Physics. We have a really neat class that's called Food for Thought, and we're changing the name to Biology of Food just so people don't think it's a philosophy class anymore. But it's really neat. The kids find out about food preservation and what is in our food and what do we eat and how does it impact ourselves, our bodies, and our environment. It's a wonderful class. Of course, we have AP Chemistry. Jolie, you want to talk about science a little bit?
So AP Chemistry is one of the classes that is offered at Berkley and CASA, but the difference of taking it at CASA is you have a much smaller class size and you'll get to meet a lot of new people. And then one of the classes that I'm taking at CASA is STEM, which is kind of like a research class. You get to pick a major anywhere in the STEM fields. And one of our past units was nanotechnology, so we had a lot of like guest speakers come in from the fields, and we get to learn all about our own majors and other people's. And then so every year the STEM class also goes on a trip. So this year's is the East Coast and next year is Europe. So we have a lot of different kinds of fundraising programs to help raise money for them. And then the other class I'm taking is yoga. So it's a really small class, so there's only 16 people, so it's really personalized and you get to meet a lot of new people through it.
Why do you like yoga, Julie?
It's a really good like break from your schedule when you have a lot of like heavy course loads. You kind of get to like relax a little bit more.
I'll take over, and then you want to talk about Student Advisory Committee? Oh, sure. Okay, after I'm done with this part. So we also have social studies classes and philosophy, which is a really intense class. The kids get in some really great discussions about philosophy. Our teachers try to be very hands-on and have a lot of hands-on projects. And again, the AP component is very important for CASA. We really try to give students that rigorous experience of having a college-level class at the high school. One of our popular social studies electives is called Religion, Hate, and Violence. And it's a fancy name for comparative religions. The students get to visit different houses of worship from different faiths, and this was during a trip to a Hindu temple. We also have guest speakers come in. We've had rabbis come in and an imam, and they try to go visit synagogues and mosques as well as churches. And they look at different sacred texts and writings and look at why conflict arises from differences. And really the nice thing is, at the end, students really realize that there's much more in common between the different religions than there is difference. And we have started this year a Student Advisory Committee, and Jolie is a member of that.
So the Student Advisory Committee, it's like a small group of students from all the different schools. And so we meet with Miss Gabby about once a month, and we talk to her about like any changes we'd like to see in CASA and plan like events for CASA students. Like we have like a movie night and a dance coming up, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, and you got a new vending machine.
Yeah, and a new vending machine.
Very important thing. Actually, the Food for Thought class came and they started bombarding me with all these facts about aspartame and how bad it is and how our vending machine was evil because we only had diet soda. And so through, like truly, and so we ended up getting new vending machines and new vendors and new drinks that they could have that are not gonna kill us, which is always good, so. So we do offer quite a variety of classes, and like I said, you are welcome to a curriculum night at CASA. Just to, quickly, because I know we are sort of short on time, there is an application for CASA. The application is online at our website. You don't have to have a specific grade point average. You don't have to be completely 4.0 off the charts rock star, because we know that kids grow and change, and the student you might have had in 9th grade might be a very different person at the end of 10th grade, and they might be able to handle an experience like CASA. So the question you should ask yourself as parents is your child independent? Are they able to get from Berkley High and get on the bus and get to CASA and maybe not take that really long lunch break and kind of not show up to school? Like, are they gonna get from point A to point B and manage themselves well and be motivated to take care of their work and their responsibilities and manage 2 different buildings? And it's February, so hold off judgment, because I remember very well what it's like to have a 10th grade student. They might look a little different in May, and you might be questioning that in February, but by May you might go, oh yeah, okay, my child can definitely handle this. And we accept applications all the way through the end of May. So something to keep in mind. So if your kid is really motivated, and the other thing is it's a smaller environment. So if they'd like to spend part of their day in a smaller environment, that's a good question to ask as well. Time for any questions? Okay. All right, great.
We can answer any questions about CASA towards the end. Thank you very much. When we give you our scheduling timeline, we'll give you some resources where you'll be able to find all the scheduling documents. Everything's going to be rolled out at once after February break. The scheduling window is going to open March 1st, and we can help with applications to CASA. I'm going to introduce Angie Haley, counselor from our technical campus.
Hi, good afternoon, or good evening. It's been one of those long days. My name is Angie Haley, and I'm the counselor at OTEC, but I'm also an alumni from Berkley High. And so my experience at OTEC back many, many years ago was called COVAC. And so that's how I became acquainted to COVAC. And it's become, it's become a true passion of mine. I went through the cosmetology program. I became a very successful cosmetologist and decided I wanted to teach. And got my degree in education and teaching, and then I became the counselor. So with 20 years of teaching experience in cosmetology at our Pontiac campus, a year ago I joined on to the Royal Oak campus, and it's really exciting to be back in the school area that I grew up with. My kids also went to school here also. So with many of opportunities like Miss Wise and Miss Gabby and Miss, I almost called you your maiden name, sorry, Hillary. Miss Ty have said there's many opportunities for your 10th grade student. And so we're just an option. Are we for everyone? No, we're not. But we are an option that is available to your student, not just their junior year as they're starting their junior year, but also their senior year when they come on board. So we are education with a purpose. So it's not just coming there and working on a car or learning how to cook or doing some engineering or some nursing. We are education with a purpose. And we really try to give our students or your students an opportunity that will guide them and direct them down their future plans. So when it says, where's your light at the end of the tunnel is our theme this year, we only want to help students before you start putting money into a college, their next 4 to 5 years of college, and then they decide their junior year, you know what, I really don't want to do this. This is going to give them a way to explore opportunities for them. And it does. It helps them to find a direction, and it does allow them to do hands-on learning. So we ask our students, tell us 3 things that you like best about going to OTAC. And many of them say they like the work-based learning. They earn college credits. They also have an opportunity for getting ahead in the world. By doing some hands-on experience, they're learning what's going on in the world and how to turn that back and rotate that back into their own experience. Our kids like that we're not a traditional school, we're more like a college atmosphere. And they like, the big thing is we get out of Berkeley for half our day. So it just gives them a wide variety. We service 28 high schools at the Royal Oak campus. So along with CASA, we also venture out. We do both of the Southfield schools. We do Troy, Bloomfield, Birmingham is also into our area, and they join in with us. We have roughly 900 students that attend both AM and PM. So by the time your 10th grader graduates, this is just some facts that were found. Outlook on jobs in 2018, when your child will graduate, 33% jobs will require a bachelor's or higher. 57% of jobs will require either an associate's degree or some form of certification. And then there's only that 10% that will be unskilled, just with a high school diploma. Students, again, we have an opportunity for them to explore high demand jobs. They learn technical skills taught by professionals. All of our teachers have been in industry at one place or another. Our engineers are certified teachers, but they've also worked for one of our engineering companies like Ford, Chrysler. And then our nurses have been nurses. And so everybody has been in industry, and that's why it's a real opportunity for our students to say, we know what it's like to, this is my comment, I know what it's like to stand behind a chair. I know what it's like to service clients. So because I had that experience, when you can bring that to a child, they kind of connect it better. And they do graduate with a plan. So we service juniors and seniors in high school. They earn their high school credits. They're able to earn 3 elective credits per year with us. We are just an extension of their high school. When you guys are off on break, they don't attend us. When the school ends here, when you have snow days and we're open, they're not required to come. We're just an extension of their day. And it's free to you and the sending schools. We offer 9, just expanded. We offer 9 different areas. Our Ag Science program, it's broken down into multiple areas of Ag Science where students can earn certification as being either vet assistant, landscaping, pesticides and floral arrangements are just to say some, or to list some of them. A student that will be graduating, Mia White, earned this past summer 3 college credits to Michigan State University. She was selected to come and work on a project as they dealt with chemistry of the soil and water. And so she earned 3 college credits. Just about a month ago, she received her acceptance into the Michigan State program in their Ag Science program. We're really excited for her, and she's just one of 5 kids in our Ag Science program that earn 9 college credits to Michigan State, and we'll be rolling in with that. Our best thing is, we always say, kids, what do you want to be? I want to be a vet. Well, once they come in and they think all that veterinarians do is deal with cats and dogs, and then they come in and we raise chickens at OTEC, and they have to go clean out the coop. They have a whole new vision about, maybe I don't want to be a vet. So it does, again, when I say it saves you money, if you're putting a child into school and this has been their vision and what they've wanted to do all these years, when they actually get to do that hands-on piece, they realize, maybe this isn't for me. So it just helps for them to explore opportunities. They're not committed. It's only allowing them that chance to really explore. Our automotive technology, all of our programs are 1-year programs except automotive. That is a 2-year program. Students start as a junior. When we talk about being able to finish a program, it takes 2 full years to go through the mechanics program. They are learning everything there is to know about how to fix a car, and it is a NATEF certified program. So it's a national certification that they're receiving at the end. So, but they can have an opportunity to earn up to 6 credits, college credits. And all of our programs do have that opportunity to earn anywhere from 3 to 9 to cosmetology can earn up to 30 college credits. We have collision repair. This is where they're actually restoring and refinishing our cars. And new in the fall is an early college program that's starting where we have joined in with OCC, and our students will have the opportunity to do one more year, a 13th year, and have that opportunity to finish with a 13th year program with an associate's degree in collision repair. Construction trade is another one of our programs. If you ever have an opportunity to walk into our program, when you go into the construction trade, the house is up. They're building mini condos, I call it. The roof is up. I walked down there today, and the students are doing drywall. By the time they're finished at the end of the year, they'll have siding up, tile on the floor, working plumbing and electrical. So it starts from the bottom, and they build it up all year long. We do have one of your students in our program, Christina. She was going to come and be with me today, and she kind of had a little minor accident in the lab yesterday, so she's unable to be with us. But it's not a program just for boys. It's also a program for girls. I think our big thing is television and the remodeling of homes. It's not just men doing the fixing up of homes. There's a lot of women with great design and interior capabilities, and the girls come in and they want to know, what can I do to fix up a house if I were to buy it? How do I tear down a wall? They're pretty aggressive. So that's our construction trade program. We have computer programming, computer networking. Again, many college credits, a lot of certifications that can be earned. My big thing is, if you're really uncertain but you know you want to go to college, it's not bad to be a part of our I-Team program, because it could save you some money. If your computer crashes and you have to fix it and mom and dad's not there to take it to the store to fix it, you can do it yourself. But there's multiple certifications that our students earn in our I-Team program. Our big one in that collection, there's 3 different groups that they can choose from. One is entrepreneurship and advanced marketing. Culinary arts, it's not your home ec class. In culinary arts, they learn how to do everything to successfully run a business and how to run a restaurant. And it's not McDonald's, it's not flipping hamburgers, it is more of your high-end food. Both of our teachers that are teaching culinary have both owned restaurants and have been very, very successful in the restaurant business. Our health program, we, out of all 4 campuses, we are the only program that offers optical. We're the only program in Michigan that offers high school students that opportunity to do optical, where they're making the lenses, grinding the lenses. And it's one of our, it's a unique program. Kids they do make glasses. They work really closely with some of our senior citizens that can't afford to pay, you know, the expensive cost of glasses. So the kids, they bring their prescriptions in, the kids grind, make the lenses for, and then place them in frames. We also have a dental program, a PT assistant program, and our new one that started last year was our CNA program. Berkeley has 4 or 5 of our students that did CNA last year as juniors. This year they were hired in at Beaumont, and they are working as nursing assistants at Beaumont. Beaumont has asked them to stay on. So next year, a couple are going to OCC and one's going to OU for the nursing program. And they're excited because they can still keep their job at Beaumont in working at the hospital. So that's our medical field, and it's an outstanding program. We have our engineering and emerging technology. So in that one, the students learn everything from machining to megatronics to CAD design, drafting. It's very intense. They also do a lot of physics in that program. Another student of yours, Berkeley, I can really talk a lot about our Berkeley students. Last year received, I think it was probably about a $10,000 scholarship to Wayne State. She came in over Christmas break. She wanted to use our 3D printer, and she was designing and making some glasses. Josie was one when I walked in last year. She was making silverware and designing flatware, and I told her, I said, geez, one day I'm going to walk into Sur La Table, and there's going to be your flatware on display, and it's going to be designed by Josie. So our students have an opportunity in our EET program to really design and create stepping out of the box. Visual imaging, it's a little bit different from the art classes that are listed at CASA. In our visual imaging, our teacher says if you can see it, hear it, it's probably come from a visual imaging. So the big market posters that you see, your cereal boxes, all of that is designed by people that are in visual media. Programs that are not offered at OTEC but are a part of Oakland Schools as our heavy equipment machinery, that's only offered in Wixom, and then the cosmetology program is only offered in the Pontiac campus. Students have to find their own transportation to get there. Berkley does not provide a bus for them, but because they're a part of Oakland County, they are more than welcome to attend either of those two programs. So, oops, it didn't come out, darn. So we have two opportunities, and I posted this because I needed the date. Wednesday, February 10th, which is next Wednesday, at the campus beginning at 6:30, there will be a meeting to discuss about the apprenticeship program and also the early college program. EET, the mechatronics and the CAD design, collision repair are both of early college, and then our carpentry program has just joined in with an apprenticeship program where students, it is a continuation of their education. It's a higher level of post-secondary learning is the apprenticeship program. And so students will have that opportunity to go ahead and graduate from high school but move right on into apprenticeship program. They apprentice for 1 year. From there they go right into a journeyman program. So we always ask the students, are you the right student? Do you see the light at the end of your tunnel? As a parent, have you had that discussion with your child? Do you see the light at the end of your tunnel? And I know the counselors here, we always have these conversations, you know, is this the right kid? Is this the right student in one of our programs? Again, we're not for everybody, but it gives your student an opportunity to explore and kind of set their pathway where they want to go and where their journey will begin. So these are questions that we ask students. Are you motivated? And I loved it when Mrs. Gibby said, can your child get on a bus and get to CASA? My big question is, can your student get on the bus, the right bus, and get over to OTEC? Because that's kind of major. Or if they're driving, can they get their way around Coolidge? Whoops. Can they get their way around Coolidge and get into OTEC by Myers? So, and do they value the importance of getting ahead of the competitive edge? So we look at it this way. We're going to teach them the skills. It's important that they come to Berkley because they're going to get their academics, and when we mesh them together, we've created an awesome student. So, oops, that one wasn't supposed to be there. So again, when we talk about the right student in the right program, it's for the right reason. Next Wednesday, the 10th, Berkley has some of their 10th graders have signed up to come to do a tour at our campus. Are you guys doing afternoon? Afternoon. If they want to be a part of that and they want to come and join, that would be a great time to do it. We have one more visitation, which will be the middle of March, and then they have until, actually you have until all the spots are filled to jump on board, but they're asking for applications to be turned in by the end of March. Yeah. So anyway, please feel free to visit our website. It's OSTC-online.com, and you can click to our campus. So thank you for your time very much.
Thank you, Angie. So to kind of go back around and talk a little bit more about the logistics of CASA and OTEC. So your students, if they are interested in attending CASA, they will come to Berkley for their 4 morning hours and take their academic classes. Typically their math, their English, any foreign language, and any band or extracurricular that was only offered here at the high school. They will have lunch on their own, and then their last 2 hours will be at CASA. There is a bus and transportation that takes them to and from CASA. They're more than welcome, if they're of age, to drive themselves there as well. And then again for OTEC, Angie did mention that they would be spending 3 hours here at their home high school, and then 3 hours at the OTEC building. And so that's something to think about. 3 hours is spent each day at OTEC. So when finding a place for your child, making sure that it is the right fit and that it is something that they are interested in doing for half the day. Again, there is transportation to and from OTEC. Angie mentioned applications for OTEC and for CASA will both be due to counselors at the end of March. So when looking at the rollout to talk about scheduling, it's crazy that we're already thinking of next year. I feel like I am just now getting my footing for this school year, but of course we always have to be looking ahead. So Angie did mention that the OTEC is having a showcase for our students. So if your student has yet to sign up to visit that the campus and some of the programs there, please have them come and see your counselor. We are going again next Wednesday. We're leaving around 11:30, and going for the afternoon. And they will get a chance to look at 4 different options that they would be interested in. So March 1st, the scheduling window opens. And that means that students are allowed to go onto Skyward using their personal login, not a parent, to sign up for their classes that they will be taking next school year. The discussions in their academic classes will be starting to gear towards what is best fit for them, whether it's an honors class, whether it's AP, and what route their teacher thinks is best for them. They're more than welcome to come and talk to us about the logistics of CASA and of OTEC and how to maybe fit in the classes that they want to take here at their home school. So again, March 1st, they will go online and request the classes that they are interested in. Please make sure that they request an A and a B of each class. So A is semester 1, B is semester 2 of each class. They should have a total of 12 classes when they are putting in the requests. March 18th is the deadline to enter scheduling choices into that Skyward or that student access. And from there, they are going to print it. They're going to have you sign it to send your approval, and also their academic class teachers, just to make sure that they are going into the next progression that is best fit for them. If you feel that your child or your teacher, the teacher has given a recommendation that you don't maybe feel comfortable with, you can always talk to us about it and we can kind of talk you through it. March 23rd, we will be meeting individually with your students in the Collaborative Center. We'll be broken up by alphabet. They will be coming down in their economics courses, economic class, and we will be talking to them about their choices and if it's their best fit, and making sure that they have all of their requirements for graduation. Yes, thank you. So there will also be, circling back, there will be a scheduling information kind of hub on the counseling page in the next coming of weeks that will kind of break down exactly how to log in and do those requests. So if you are a little unsure of what to do, don't worry. We will kind of lay it out for you, pretty self-explanatory. So a lot of you have been kind of bombarded with questioning and kind of information on the PSAT. So some of you might know that the state of Michigan has now kind of moved over to the standardized test of the SAT versus the SAT. So your child will have the opportunity to have a practice SAT 10 in April that we will give them to give them exposure to the type of questioning that they'll be taking during their junior SAT. Some of your students might have taken the PSAT already. That was offered in October. It'll be different than the PSAT that they'll be taking in April. Again, next year, their junior year in next October, they'll be taking that PSAT, the National Merit Qualifying Test. And then again, in next April, they'll be taking the SAT here at Berkley High School, which we will provide for them. We do recommend that students maybe take the SAT, since up until this point they have been taught more specifically to that test. Our teachers now are realizing that the SAT is the test that is being adopted by the state of Michigan, so now they're kind of working in a little bit differently within their programming. But we believe that students should maybe take both to see which test caters best to their skill level and their abilities. There's a few different programs that help with test preparation. College Board is a wonderful tool that will help you understand exactly what is going to be on the SAT. College Board manufactures the SAT, so they do a really good job at rolling it out. After your student takes the PSAT, they will receive those scores, and they work hand in hand with Khan Academy. And Khan Academy will link up with your child's score and help your child figure out the best prep to help prepare them for that SAT the following school year. Again, students can take the ACT. We will not be offering it here at the high school, but they can take it by signing up at actstudent.org.
All right, so I am a parent. My children are smaller, 4th grade and 1st grade. They're in 2 different buildings. It's a K-3 building and then a 4-8 building. And I, every day, get emails, probably 2 emails every day from each principal or teacher from each school. And I have clear-cut anxiety that I'm going to miss something. And there is very little at stake, really, for my 1st grader. Am I going to miss sending him money for some fundraiser? That is much different than I know you guys must be feeling. OTEC, CASA, ACT, SAT, which classes, AP or regular, honors, what is my child going to miss out on? What am I going to miss out on as a parent? We want the best for our kids. There is lots and lots of information, and sometimes it's hard to keep track of it all. I do want you to be resourceful in seeking out reminders. I'll show you in a second our counseling webpage. We released a memo this year about SAT versus ACT. It's long. I know you probably have you can pull it up. You probably have a folder in your email of things to read later. Mine, I do, and I have yet to get through all of them. But I am also a firm believer that if we can't find the answers on our own and if we're unsure, I always pick up the phone and call the people who I think will know the answer. That is us, your friendly counselors. So I encourage you to do that. But on here on the website, you see we have different things. We're always trying to improve and do it better. Last but not least, and then I'll open it up for questions and let those of you go. This year at Berkley High School, we adopted a program called Naviance. So for a few years, we've been hearing some buzz about Naviance. Some of the private schools, and Bloomfield Hills in particular, have adopted Naviance in years past. And Naviance is a pretty detailed and in-depth college and career prep program, similar to what your students may have done when they did career cruising. However, they have an added college piece, and that college piece helps your students their senior year when they're sorting out and navigating all of their college applications. This was our rollout year, and our seniors were our first class to be using it. It has helped us as counselors immensely and parents of seniors immensely keep track of all of those college application nuances. Naviance Family Connection will be introduced to your sophomore students in the next week and a half. I don't have the exact dates yet. Our career coordinator, Sharon Burke, is going to be in charge of that. As soon as your students log into it, you will receive an email with your own parent login. I'm just going to show you quickly what it looks like. So you can see. They make you have a really long password. So I got permission from one of my seniors to pull up his screen. I got permission from my last presentation. I'm just going to hope that it carries over to this one. So when students get a Naviance Family Connection account, this is what it will look like. There's a colleges tab, a careers tab, an about me tab, a planner, lots of resources. Where your 10th graders are going to spend a lot of time is in this career tab. There's strengths inventories, cluster finders, lots of ways to research about different careers that will match up however they answer these strength inventories, things like that. And then the careers that they explore are linked to majors in college, and that leads them to this college tab, which has been my favorite. But here is where our seniors have spent most of their time. Their junior year, last year in the spring, they started researching different colleges, adding them to their list. As seniors, they add them to the colleges I'm applying to, and it's really a central hub for lots of information. There's all of this college research that I think some of our families have found very helpful. And then here for our seniors and even our juniors is some scholarship information and research. That's my sell on Naviance, but I have to tell you that I think it's been a really great opportunity for our students. Go back to the slides. What can you do now as parents of your sophomores? You can do your best to communicate and talk with them about how they are feeling about school, what they are thinking about. I think OTEC is a wonderful opportunity. CASA is a wonderful opportunity. However, here, staying at Berkley High School is also very enriching for their junior year as well. They'll have room in their schedule for some more electives, for things like yearbook or journalism or things maybe they haven't tried yet. Yeah, we think it's a pretty cool place. Getting involved in their community here at Berkley High School. What can you do now with colleges? Anytime that you guys are traveling, if you can stop at a college campus and visit, just talk as a family about what your plans are going to be. That to me would be the biggest thing to do now. I think that oftentimes our students get mixed messages about how to be more balanced, about how not to be so stressed all of the time, and then we bombard them with information about the ACT and the SAT and GPAs and college acceptance. In my years here at the high school, I have very rarely had a student who leaves here not doing something that makes them happy or proud, whether it's taking a year off to work, whether it's joining the military, whether it's going away to college or staying home close to home and going to college. It is amazing what our children end up figuring out about who they are. I'm a believer, and sometimes we have to have faith that things work out as it should. Thank you all for coming. I'm happy to take questions. We're happy to answer any that you might have. You are also welcome to escape and go home. So we appreciate you for coming.